Does anybody know what the Bible says about money? The Bible actually has about 2,000 verses where they talk about money. 2,000 verses. That's a lot of talk about money in the Bible. Like, that's crazy. I don't have time. I don't have time to sit here and go through 2,000 verses about money, but I can go through a few of them. So we'll just start with that. And it's in no certain order or anything like that. This is just completely random, just ones I picked out for y'all that I think you guys should know, because, I mean, we have to educate ourselves. In Hosea 4, verse 6, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. I didn't have a mic to drop, but I dropped the notepad. That's crazy. That's another thing right out of the Bible. That's nuts. So this is the first one from 1 Timothy 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. All right. Don't get that twisted. It's not what you think. The way people have messed that saying up is money is the root of all evil. That's the way that we say it in our society. Money is the root of all evil. No, you're just saying it wrong. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. So when you start cherishing money and worshiping money more than you worship God, that's not good. Money should not be put on a pedestal. Money should not be worshiped. Money is just a tool that we manage. We are just money managers. That's all. Proverbs 22, verse 7. The borrower is slave to the lender. Again, right out of the Bible. I was watching one of his videos, and when I heard that, I was completely floored. I had to stop it, rewind it, and watch it again. I was like, wait, are you kidding me? Like, that really says that? I was like, no, dude, he just made that up. So I went to my Bible and I looked it up, and it says right in the Bible. I mean, I wrote this the way it says it right out of the Bible. The borrower is slave to the lender. I mean, that means you and I, we are the borrowers, and slave, slavery, I thought ended a long time ago. Apparently not. To the lender, the banks, the financial institutions. We are slaves to the lender. We got to get out of debt, people. We got to get out of debt. And like, I don't work for Dave Ramsey. I don't work for anybody else. This is just my own personal opinion. Dave Ramsey and his whole crew, they're completely against credit cards, 100%. Like, if you got to use credit cards, just use them responsibly. Use them responsibly. That's all I got to say about that part. And honestly, when I think about this one, it kind of reminds me of an Anthony O'Neill video that I saw where he was talking about people that sit at the table and they are not the head of their table. They should be, they're doing all the work. They're making all the money. They should be able to call the shots on what they do with their money, when they go on vacation, who they give money to. However, they should be the one calling the shots on that. But in the video, he talks about how they're not the head of their table, because let's say you got your credit card people sitting at your table. You got your school loan people sitting at your table, your car loan people sitting at your table, your mortgage people sitting at your table. And every time you try to make a financial commitment or a financial decision, you have somebody else at your table telling you what you can and can't do with that money. No, you can't go on vacation right now because we need that car payment. Or, you can't go out and do this because you got to pay your mortgage first. Like, there's all these people that are sitting at your table telling you what you can do with your hard-earned money. So like Anthony O'Neill says, you have to just start firing all those people from your table. Start paying off your credit cards, getting them off of your table. Pay off your student loan, get that off your table. You got to start taking your table back. I love that. Anthony O'Neill, much props to you, bro. All right. Number 4. Acts 20, verse 35. It is more blessed to give than to receive. And then Proverbs 19, verse 17. Whoever is generous to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will repay him. That means God calls his people to use his money to bless others, in a nutshell. Number 5, Proverbs 23, verses 4 and 5. Do not wear yourself out to get rich. I'm going to say that part again. Do not wear yourself out to get rich. Do not trust your own cleverness. That's deep. Like, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to let that one hang on you guys for a minute. That one's deep. Proverbs 11:28. Whoever trusts in his riches will fall. Whoever trusts in his riches will fall. That means money can vanish quickly. So trust should be placed in God, right? Not material things, not our riches, not our wealth. See what I'm saying? Like, put your trust in God, you never go wrong. Number 6, contentment is greater than wealth. This is from Hebrews 13, verse 5. It says, keep your lives free from the love of money and be content with what you have. Keep your lives free from the love of money and be content with what you have. So in order to be happy in life, you have to be happy with what you have. You can't keep thinking about things that you want in the future if you're not happy with what you already have now. So true peace comes from God, not possessions. So get that. So in short, money is a tool that should be managed wisely, not idled or worshipped. God calls us to work hard and live free and give generously and trust him rather than riches. That's everything in a nutshell. So if you like the video, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you guys will be notified the next time I upload a video. Thanks for watching. My name is Coy. I'll talk to you later. Peace.